Hey guys, welcome to another tutorial, and today's is going to be an art tutorial. And what I mean by art, I'll show you right here. For example, this is an example, I'll show you later, but here, you see the person in the background, and then I'll show you one more example, which I have prepared right here. Right there. So I guess I'll be like just showing you tips and tricks and stuff on what to do when making that kind of art and stuff. But before I do that, first, in my last tutorial I showed you how to make the actual effect of a sine wave, but I didn't show you how to make the sine wave itself. So I'm sorry about that. I assumed people knew how to make that, but that was my mistake for thinking that. Anyways, and also showing you how to do this is pretty good because the way you make a sine wave is kind of also going to be applied on how you make art. So what you do, you keep free move on, rotate on, and you can use these small little 3D lines. You have these two, and then you can make like a circle, copy and paste that, rotate, and you're gonna get out a curved line. You keep doing this and you're gonna eventually get a circle, and you can use this in your sine wave. So now I'm gonna fast forward. You will see. Alright, so I'm back. I think that might have taken like less than 5 minutes, but after like copy and pasting from that circle and then kind of manually rotating and free moving those little 3D lines, I completed this half of the sine wave. And what you can do for the other half, first you can just delete this right here, get this and copy paste it, reverse it, and then move it over to the left, and then you have a complete sine wave. Oop, I might have messed up on the copy paste right there or something, or might have accidentally deleted that, but I think you get the gist of it. This is how you make a sine wave right here. So now we can just delete this. Now let's start into making quote-unquote art. So first off, what you want to do is you want to actually know what you're going to make, obviously. And I think the easiest way to make art is just like pull up a picture on like Google Images or something and then base it off of that, and that's what I'm doing. So on the side I have a picture of Itachi from Naruto pulled up, so I'm going to be trying to make him. So if you can tell before, you can't make anything in Geometry Dash. Like, it has limitations. Like over here you can see how like it's hard to make hands, and it's also really difficult to make eyes because you can't make objects that small. As you can see, it still looks nice here though, but for like closer up shots you can add more detail, as I showed you right here. Anyways, so the main blocks you'll be using are like these like blank blocks, I guess you could call them, and these like just all the blank blocks. And also you might be using the actual 3D lines if you want to make like more intricate details. But anyways, let's start. So if you're gonna do like a full body person, you want to make sure it's not too big, so that if you like play it, like the head or the feet are cut off, if you're trying to show the full body, that won't look very nice. So maybe like just for reference, put this line here to see that it covers the whole screen instead of being cut off. And if you're doing a full body, I think the best method to go through it is make it like minimalistic. So I'm going to start. So I'll just start with his face or whatever. So it's peachish, so I just make that peach. Let's try to find a good color. It's a bit more difficult than I thought. Anyways, we can change that later. So we're gonna be using rotate and free move a lot. And another thing you have to be very careful of when creating these is layering. Layering is very important when you're making art here. Anyways, I think I can speed through this part because it's gonna be pretty slow and tedious. So yeah, I'll be back. Alright, so I just finished the face part-ish, kind of. So yeah, it looks really bad right now, I know. But this part all here is going to be covered by hair, so you don't have to worry about that. And let's all make this the same layer if it isn't already. Alright, so this bottom, let's make it 1. So now if we're going to like make hair on top of it, for example, we could make it middle or top, or we could make it bottom and then a number bigger than 1. That's what I'm going to do. So you should go to a different layer if you're going to do that. And now it's the same process except using a different color. So actually, second thought, I'm going to make a little headband first. And then the hair on top of that. So yeah, I'm just going to like fast forward a lot until I get some progress done. But yeah.
We wanted to run, we wanted to fall together. Back then our world seemed so clear. We grew so bright, shimmering lights around us. We take flight into the sky. How many worlds would you cross to use the light that's right in front of you? There is no light on the other side. I say, look straight ahead and you will see. You will see. You will see. How many worlds would you cross to use the light that's right in front of you? There is no light on the other side. I say, look straight ahead and you will see. to the stars. We'll ride away from all the wars, close the doors and disappear again. And I don't know how many times I've said that this is not.
Okay, so I'm back after like a little while, and I just realized I made a pretty big mistake. So pretty much the way this looks, this is gonna be a bit too big, you know, like the feet would go through. So I guess I'm not gonna be able to like get to the feet. I'll just like make the top part, I guess. Sorry about that, but yeah, just to let you know, when you're building, make sure if you're going minimalistic, it's really difficult, but if you're going for the full body, try to make it fit. But yeah, so back to the fast forwarding. So I am back after a very long time of building, and it's finally done, as you can see right here. So now we can like select this whole thing. Actually, how many objects? This took about 224 objects. That's not bad. So I can like set it to a group and make it a custom background. Make sure you do not touch these. Oh my goodness. If you do, then the whole thing would get screwed over depending on how you made your character. Anyways, so now I set that to a group. That's group 1. Put a move trigger right there. And the background, maybe it'd look better if it was the blank one. And perhaps we could change the color as well. Let's make it red. And let's see if that works. I have to move it a bit closer. So as you see, if you play there, you can see the whole thing. But when you actually play in the actual game, you see it's too big. So that's a mistake I made on my part. So next time, if you are gonna try to build something like this, try to make it more small scale. So maybe if we change this to ship mode, we can see more of it. You can see right there. And what you can do to add more to the effect is you can like move it down a little bit more. I'm gonna set it to another group. That's just how I like making my objects. And negative 40 maybe. Oh my gosh, I can't believe I did that. Okay. Maybe move this up a bit. And then, to make it look better, you can add like a little drop shadow, I guess. So, move these out of the way. Man, these clouds right here, they're pretty hard to make. Like, they don't look that great, honestly, but I made them, so whatever. Okay, where should I put these? Editor L. So to add a drop shadow, I can like use these blocks right here. Make it black. Lower the opacity. And make sure that is the bottom of the bottom. So I am taking no risk right here. And yeah, as you can see, I'm just making a bit of a shadow using these blocks. May not be the most accurate shadow, but it's definitely pretty darn easy to make if you do it this way. So now you see we have our little shadow. Maybe I can make the opacity a bit higher. And whoops. I should probably move this to a different layer. Let me fix that real quick. Sorry about that. Let's move it. I don't care where I move it. 11, sure. Alright, so now we have this thing. We have our shadow. We don't need to put in the inside. All we're doing is outlining the character. And I kind of want to move that up a little. So now we have that. Opacity is a bit too much now. We have to add this to the group as well. And let's see how this looks. I mean, it's taking a bit too long, and it's a bit too far to the right. I'll move that real quick. So now when we look here, we have some art of Itachi. And there we go. So, I guess just a brief overview. Watch your layering, especially if you use both bottom and middle or top. Like if you select all, do not touch any of these or else like you'll get screwed over. Make sure you really watch like your numbers here, and know that like if something's gonna be covered up, like this arm is covering this right side, so you could do stuff like this and then just put something over it. It'll be covered and it still looks pretty good. And what's another thing? I had another thing I really wanted to make sure. There's layering. Oh yeah. Make sure you use editor L groups when you do this, like putting things in different spots, because sometimes you want to like select the whole thing to change the layer. That's what happened to me sometimes. And then, but if you have everything on the same layer, then like it's really tedious and hard. Well, it already is tedious and hard to make this, but it just makes it so much more difficult if you don't use these editor L layers. See, I have like the different parts in different layers right here, as you can see. And now, like for example, if I accidentally made this like bottom and it was under everything, I can just select this and change the layer however I want. Whoops, I didn't even mean to do that. You see what happens sometimes? Anyways, so yeah, this is it. This is actually the first time I've ever done something like this, like making art or whatever. So, and I think that turned out pretty darn well. So, thanks for watching. I hope this was helpful. I mean, I'm not sure if this was more of a tutorial, but kind of more of just a speed draw, I guess. But I guess that's it. Hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you in the next tutorial, or not tutorial, probably just the next video.